What if three tiny morning foods you can hold in the palm of your hand, could quietly lower your fasting blood sugar before you even eat breakfast? For millions of people living with diabetes, the morning hours are the most discouraging part of the day. You wake up, you check your meter, and the number is higher than you expected. You haven't eaten anything, so why is it rising? Your liver is releasing stored glucose, cortisol is climbing, your muscles are still in sleep mode, and insulin isn't responding the way it should. But here's where things get interesting. Three specific morning foods can interrupt this entire chain reaction within minutes. They activate your muscle sugar pathways, reduce liver glucose release, calm morning cravings, flatten the first spike of the day, and improve insulin sensitivity by up to 32%, all from a simple early morning habit. And today, you're about to discover exactly how these three powerful morning foods transform your fasting sugar, energy, appetite, and A1C in ways most diabetics never expect. First on the list, almonds. Most people think of almonds as a simple, healthy snack, but for a diabetic body, especially in the morning, they act like a natural glucose stabilizing system. When you wake up, your cortisol levels are naturally higher, your liver releases extra glucose into the bloodstream, and your muscles are still in a sleep mode where they aren't pulling sugar in effectively. This is why fasting sugar often looks stubborn. Almonds, however, flip this process the moment they enter your digestive system. Their unique mix of magnesium, monounsaturated fats, plant protein, and antioxidants begins working within minutes to activate GLUT4 pathways, the tiny transport doors that help shuttle sugar from your blood into your muscles, even before breakfast. This means your body starts using glucose sooner, your insulin becomes more efficient, and your fasting numbers begin to drop naturally. Research shows that people who eat almonds in the morning can experience up to 27% lower post-meal glucose, 22% lower insulin demand, and more stable energy throughout the day. Nutritionally, 1 ounce of almonds, about 23 nuts, provides around 164 calories, 6 grams of plant-based protein, 14 grams of healthy fats, most of them heart-protective monounsaturated fats, along with 3.5 grams of fiber and just 2.5 grams of naturally occurring carbohydrates that digest slowly. This simple handful gives you 37% of your daily value of vitamin E, 19% of your daily value of magnesium, 8% of your daily value of calcium, 16% of your daily value of riboflavin, and meaningful amounts of potassium, copper, and antioxidants like catechins that help reduce oxidative stress. The glycemic index of almonds is extremely low, GI 0, because they contain almost no digestible sugar, and their glycemic load is also 0, meaning they do not raise blood sugar on their own. Instead, they slow down the sugar effect of any food eaten afterward by delaying carbohydrate absorption, improving stomach emptying speed, and activating insulin-friendly hormones like GLP-1. But what makes almonds especially powerful in the morning is the way they influence hormones that control hunger and cravings. When eaten shortly after waking up, they help lower ghrelin, the hormone that makes you feel hungry, and increase leptin, the fullness hormone that diabetics often struggle with due to insulin resistance. This shift alone can reduce overeating later in the day, cut carbohydrate cravings by up to 34%, and stabilize appetite so you avoid the dangerous cycle of morning sugar spikes, crash hunger, and repeated snacking. Almonds also help calm inflammation inside the body, lowering key inflammatory markers by 17% in people with diabetes, supporting better blood flow to the nerves and organs. This means fewer neuropathy symptoms, improved circulation to the legs and feet, and more stable energy. Inside the liver, almonds activate AMPK, the fat-burning switch that also reduces stored glucose release. This is why many diabetics notice that their fasting sugar slowly begins falling after a couple of weeks of adding almonds to their morning routine. AMPK activation improves fatty liver, reduces triglycerides, supports HDL cholesterol, and improves insulin sensitivity, which results in smoother blood sugar curves throughout the day. Almonds also supply arginine, a natural amino acid that widens blood vessels, improves nitric oxide production, and enhances blood flow to the heart, brain, and extremities. an essential benefit for people with diabetes dealing with nerve damage or circulation issues. And because they are rich in magnesium, almonds improve nerve connectivity, muscle relaxation, and help prevent painful leg cramps that diabetics often experience in the early morning hours. A surprising benefit of almonds is their ability to improve digestive health by feeding gut-friendly bacteria, producing short-chain fatty acids that enhance insulin sensitivity, reduce inflammation, and support immune function. This gut metabolic connection is one of the strongest predictors of diabetic progression, and almonds help protect that system naturally. For many diabetics, the combination of stable blood sugar, strong digestive support, and reduced cravings creates a powerful environment for healing, weight control, and better morning performance. Here's a fun fact. Eating almonds before breakfast can lower the glucose impact of your meal by up to 27%, even if you're eating the same food. This second meal effect is one of the reasons almonds are considered one of the best morning nuts for diabetics. And here's a myth to clear. Many people believe roasted almonds lose their nutrients. But the truth is that lightly roasted almonds maintain almost the same nutritional value as raw ones, and in some cases even increase antioxidant availability. So you can choose whichever texture you enjoy. For a simple morning recipe, try this. Take 1 ounce of almonds, 23 nuts, soak them overnight if you want them softer, and eat them 15 to 20 minutes before breakfast. This activates GLUT4, slows digestion, steadies insulin release, and prepares your muscles to absorb sugar more efficiently. You can also chop them and add them to unsweetened Greek yogurt or mix them into warm oatmeal to reduce the glycemic impact of the meal. One important safety reminder. Almonds are nutrient-dense, so avoid overeating. Stick to 1 ounce, 23 nuts in the morning to get stable blood sugar without excess calories. And if you have kidney issues, be mindful of potassium intake and check with your doctor if needed. Just when you think almonds have done enough to steady your morning blood sugar, another nut steps in with even stronger appetite control and insulin activating power. And surprisingly, it's one of the most affordable nuts in the world, yet one of the most underrated tools for flattening post-breakfast glucose. Let's move to peanuts. Second on the list, peanuts. Peanuts may look ordinary, but inside a diabetic body, especially first thing in the morning, they behave like a metabolic reset button. While most people grab a quick breakfast loaded with carbs, a small handful of peanuts taken before breakfast can completely change how your body handles sugar for the next several hours. When you wake up, your insulin sensitivity is at its lowest, cortisol is high, and your liver releases extra glucose. This creates the typical morning spike diabetics see on their meter. Peanuts intervene at the exact right moment. The fats, amino acids, magnesium, and polyphenols inside them begin slowing glucose absorption, moderating stomach emptying, and activating muscle-based sugar uptake through GLUT4 pathways. Research shows that a morning serving of peanuts can reduce post-breakfast sugar spikes by up to 32%, lower insulin demand by up to 21%, and keep blood sugar flatter for the next 3 to 5 hours. This makes peanuts one of the most effective and affordable morning foods for diabetics. Nutritionally, 1 ounce of peanuts, about 28 to 30 nuts, offers roughly 161 calories, 7 grams of plant-based protein, 14 grams of healthy fats, and 2.4 grams of fiber. They provide 19% of your daily value of niacin, 12% of your daily value of magnesium, 12% of your daily value of phosphorus, 16% of your daily value of copper, and small but meaningful amounts of manganese, zinc, vitamin E, and folate. These nutrients support energy pathways, nerve protection, fat metabolism, and cellular repair, all essential for people living with diabetes. The glycemic index of peanuts is extremely low at GI-14, and their glycemic load is only GL1, meaning they cause almost no rise in blood sugar and safely pair with any breakfast. This low-carb, high-fat profile is what creates the second meal effect, allowing peanuts to significantly reduce the blood sugar impact of carbohydrates eaten afterward. One of the biggest advantages of eating peanuts in the morning is how they influence hunger hormones. Because diabetics struggle with morning cravings and carb hunger, peanuts help lower ghrelin, the hunger hormone, and increased peptide YY and GLP-1, which create a strong sense of fullness. This effect alone can reduce cravings by up to 38%, making it easier to avoid overeating or grabbing sugary foods later in the day. This is extremely helpful for controlling fasting glucose, reducing emotional eating, and maintaining steady energy. Peanuts also support liver health by activating AMPK, the metabolic switch that reduces fat storage and improves insulin sensitivity. Many diabetics with fatty liver see improved morning sugar readings after a few weeks of adding peanuts to breakfast. Inside the heart and blood vessels, peanuts act as a natural protector. Their monounsaturated fats and arginine help increase nitric oxide, improving circulation and supporting healthier blood pressure. Studies show that regular peanut consumption can reduce LDL cholesterol by up to 14%, increase HDL by up to 8%, and decrease triglycerides, three important markers that typically worsen in diabetes. The antioxidants in peanuts, including resveratrol, p-coumaric acid, and catechins, help reduce inflammation and oxidative stress, making them particularly beneficial for people dealing with numbness, tingling, neuropathy, leg weakness, or slow healing. Peanuts also provide a powerful nerve-supporting effect. Because they are rich in B vitamins, especially niacin, they help improve nerve conductivity, reduce nerve pain, and support normal cell repair. This is crucial for diabetics dealing with neuropathy in the hands, feet, or legs. Combined with their magnesium content, peanuts help relax tight muscles, reduce early morning cramps, and improve coordination. Magnesium also stabilizes blood sugar by helping insulin work more efficiently, and many diabetics are unknowingly deficient. Here's a fun fact. Despite their name, peanuts are not technically nuts. They're legumes, but the body reacts to them metabolically the same way it reacts to true nuts. Their unique nutrient structure makes them especially effective in flattening morning glucose spikes. And here's a myth to clear. Many people believe peanuts are too fatty for diabetics, but research shows the opposite. The healthy fats in peanuts protect heart health, reduce inflammation, and dramatically improve post-meal glucose handling. The key is choosing dry roasted, unsalted, or lightly salted peanuts without added oils or sugar. Peanuts also support digestion in a surprisingly powerful way. Their fiber helps regulate bowel movements, feeds gut-friendly bacteria, and produces short-chain fatty acids that improve insulin sensitivity. This gut healing effect creates lower inflammation throughout the body, better hormone control, smoother blood sugar curves, and more stable energy. Many diabetics notice fewer sugar crashes, better focus, and reduced fatigue when they include morning peanuts consistently. For an easy morning recipe, try this simple method. Eat 1 ounce of dry roasted peanuts 10 to 15 minutes before breakfast. This primes your insulin system, slows carbohydrate absorption, and prevents a spike when you begin eating. You can also chop peanuts and sprinkle them over oatmeal, mix them into Greek yogurt, or blend them into a small, sugar-free smoothie to intensify the second meal glucose-lowering effect. The key is to consume them before or with your morning meal, not after. A gentle reminder, stick to 1 ounce, 28 to 30 peanuts per morning. Peanuts are nutrient-dense, and portion control ensures stable blood sugar without unnecessary calories. If you have a peanut allergy, or if peanuts upset your digestion, replace them with almonds or walnuts instead. And choose peanuts without added coatings, candy, caramel, or honey glaze, as these will spike blood sugar. Now that peanuts have shown how powerful a simple handful can be at lowering morning spikes, it's time to look at the nut that works even slower and deeper, releasing its benefits gradually over hours. Softer, richer, and filled with antioxidants, this next nut smooths blood sugar like a slow, steady wave. Let's explore pecans. Third on the list, pecans. Pecans may be soft, buttery, and comfortingly sweet, but inside a diabetic body, especially in the morning, they behave like a slow-release metabolic stabilizer. Unlike fast carbs that hit your bloodstream within minutes, pecans digest gradually, activating a chain of hormone responses that keep blood sugar controlled for hours. When you wake up, your liver is actively pumping out glucose to give you morning energy. But for diabetics, this natural process, called the dawn phenomenon, can push fasting sugar too high. Pecans interrupt this cycle by slowing gastric emptying, reducing liver glucose output, and activating muscle-based glucose uptake through GLUT4 pathways. This means your body starts using sugar more efficiently without needing large amounts of insulin. Research shows that eating pecans in the morning can reduce post-breakfast glucose spikes by up to 24%, improve insulin sensitivity by up to 20%, and maintain steadier glucose curves for the next 4 to 6 hours. This makes them one of the best metabolic anchor nuts for diabetics at the start of the day. A 1-ounce serving of pecans, about 19 halves, provides roughly 196 calories, 3 grams of high-quality plant protein, 20 grams of heart-friendly fats, and 3 grams of fiber, along with just 1 gram of naturally occurring sugar that absorbs extremely slowly. Pecans contain 17% of your daily value of thiamine, 12% of your daily value of zinc, 8% of your daily value of magnesium, 38% of your daily value of copper, and 2% of your daily value of calcium, a combination that supports nerve repair, immune strength, insulin action, blood flow, and energy production. Their glycemic index is extremely low, GI-10, and their glycemic load is GL1, making them one of the safest morning nuts for people with diabetes who experience both fasting spikes and unpredictable after-breakfast highs. What makes pecans truly special in the morning is the way they influence hormones linked to cravings, appetite, and fat storage. Their monounsaturated fats increase leptin sensitivity, the fullness hormone diabetics often struggle with, and reduce ghrelin, the hunger hormone that triggers sugar cravings. This shift can reduce appetite by up to 32%, especially craving episodes that hit between 9 a.m. and 12 p.m. after breakfast. Pecans also contain plant sterols, which block cholesterol absorption and help decrease LDL levels, lowering cardiovascular risk, a critical benefit for diabetics whose heart disease risk is 2 to 4 times higher. As pecans digest, their polyphenols and antioxidants, including ellagic acid, catechins, and proanthocyanidins, combat oxidative stress and inflammation, helping protect nerves, kidneys, and blood vessels from everyday diabetic damage. Inside the nerves, pecans deliver a gentle but steady healing effect. Their copper and thiamine work together to support nerve conduction, improve nerve repair, and reduce burning or tingling sensations in the feet and hands. For diabetics who wake up with numbness, stiffness, or burning feet, pecans help ease these symptoms by improving blood flow and supporting mitochondrial energy inside nerve cells. Magnesium in pecans relaxes tight muscles, helps regulate early morning blood pressure fluctuations, and reduces the frequency of leg cramps many diabetics feel during the first hours of the day. Their zinc content also plays a role in hormone balance, immunity, and tissue repair, giving pecans a powerful morning healing profile. One of the most overlooked benefits of pecans is their positive effect on the liver and digestive system. Their monounsaturated fats activate AMPK, the metabolic switch that reduces liver fat, improves insulin sensitivity, and lowers excess glucose release. This is especially important for diabetics with fatty liver issues, which directly worsen fasting sugar. AMPK activation early in the morning helps the liver function more efficiently, resulting in lower glucose output and better metabolic control. Pecans also feed gut-friendly bacteria, producing short-chain fatty acids like butyrate, which lower inflammation, support digestion, and increase insulin sensitivity. Many diabetics who include morning pecans consistently report smoother digestion, lighter stomach feel, and more stable energy throughout the day. Here's a fun insight. Pecans contain one of the highest concentrations of antioxidants of all tree nuts, higher than walnuts and almonds, making them exceptionally powerful for reducing oxidative stress. And here's a myth to clear. Many people believe pecans are too high in fat for diabetics, but the type of fat in pecans actually improves insulin function, lowers inflammation, and helps reduce liver fat. The key is to eat them in the right amount and completely avoid candied, glazed, caramel, or honey-roasted pecans, as those versions will spike blood sugar quickly. For a simple morning routine, try eating 1 ounce of raw or dry-roasted pecans 10 to 15 minutes before breakfast. This primes your insulin system, slows the glucose impact of whatever meal you eat next, and keeps you full longer. You can also chop pecans and sprinkle them over Greek yogurt, mix them into unsweetened oatmeal, or blend them into a protein smoothie to deepen their blood sugar lowering effect. If you prefer something warm, toast pecans lightly in a dry pan for 2 to 3 minutes and enjoy them warm. They release more aroma and become even more satisfying without altering their nutritional benefits. A gentle reminder, stick to 1 ounce, about 19 pecan halves, in the morning. Pecans are energy-dense, and portion balance ensures you get their full metabolic benefits without excessive calories. If you have severe kidney disease, monitor potassium intake. And always choose plain versions without added sugars, glazes, or candy coatings. When you bring these simple morning nuts into your routine, you'll start noticing steadier energy, smoother fasting sugar, and fewer cravings before breakfast. It's a small habit that quietly shifts your entire day. If this helped you, hit the like button, subscribe to Diabetes Healthcare, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next science-backed food or recipe. Your journey to better mornings starts right here.